1 star. Fire hazard? Seems like this laser cutter took everything from this man. Now we're talking. I feel the stakes have never been higher. You could lose it all, but gain the power of cutting wood with a laser.
There is no fire!
Oh my God, help me! I don't want to die! Oh.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
What's going on, everybody? Today's video is going to cover some of the problems I've seen with laser cutting and engraving. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get all the alerts. Now, I first began operating a laser engraver and cutter back in college, and I really enjoyed the machine so much I bought the ATOMSTACK A5 PRO. Now, I've been using this machine over a year now at the time of this recording, and the ATOMSTACK has been really fun to use. I've cut a lot of projects out of hardwood, acrylic, done a lot of engravings, but there was a bit of a learning curve with the ATOMSTACK. So I put together a few problems that I have encountered while engraving and cutting, compiled a list, and here I am to share them with everyone on YouTube. So let's get started. Yeah, that was a real ATOMSTACK on fire in the intro. Not some fake CGI flames. Please, we don't have the budget for that on this channel. So let's talk about your cut line spacing. This is going to be the distance that you leave yourself between cutting objects. This matters because you might want to consider cutting back the power level when you have small spacing and increase the number of passes. This can save your parts from burning and prevent burn marks on your surface, and even randomly catching your machine on fire, as it did in my case. So in my example, I left 1 millimeter of spacing between my cut lines. So now you're going to open the Laser GRBL software, and you're going to load your cut file. Now, if you click on the box that is on level with the border speed, you can load the settings for your material. In our case, we're using hardwood, and the desired action is a cut. So this is going to load the standard settings for hardwood cut. Now, if we go back to the settings screen, we're going to leave the laser mode as constant power, and we use the constant power for a cut. And instead of going full power, I dropped the power back down about 25% and increased the number of passes to 4. This helped reduce burning of my parts, and the surface came out a lot cleaner, and you're not going to be dumping a lot of heat into such a small area on your material.
It just sounds exhausting.
So scaling issues are quite annoying, and I had to work through when the engraving image I wanted was not scaled up to the proper dimensions. In my example, I knew the engraving should fit inside a 100 by 60 millimeter box, and it was a lot smaller than I needed. So how does the engraving size get off? Well, it has to do with how the image is being outputted from Inkscape. So to export your image that you are wanting to engrave, first go to File and hit Export. A menu setting will appear, and from here all you have to do is make sure the DPI, your dots per inch, is set to your desired value. In my case, it was going to be 300, and this value matches the portable network graphic menu value of your DPI. So in both cases, they have to be the same. Then hit export to save your image as a new PNG extension, and you're going to load your newly created image into your Laser GRBL program. You can set the image size to auto scale based on the DPI you had exported. So remember this value, and you can see that the width and height are going to match the laser cutter bed size, so you know the engraving image is set correctly. Now, if I didn't do the auto size, my image was still the same size as my laser bed based on just the exporting of the 300 DPI setting. So to summarize, just make sure the two places where Inkscape is going to ask you about the DPI, that you're using the same values for the dots per inch. If not, you will get some weird scaling issues. A super helpful tool in Inkscape, which will save you so much time, is called Trace Bitmap. So when you right click on an image that you have loaded into Inkscape and you are wanting to engrave this image, you can actually select Trace Bitmap, and after you get the desired settings that you want, you can kind of play around with it and look at how it's affecting your image. In the preview image, you can hit apply. Inkscape will then trace the image to a path, and you can remove the PNG or the picture that you had loaded into Inkscape, and now you will be left with a clean path object in Inkscape to engrave. It's super helpful, and you will literally create files so much faster that you're wanting to engrave. Now let's take it up a notch and make our signs. I have loaded the engraving file first, which will consist of 6 signs. Each sign will have 2 images and text that it will engrave into hardwood of 5mm thick. Then after the engraving is the cut file, the most risky because you never know what's going to happen. Will it burn? Will there be a small raging fire inside the garage? You know, you never realize how much wood you have in a garage until it's threatened with a fire. The signs turned out really well, and I threw some stain on them to give it a good finished look. Let me know in the comments any issues you've had with the ATOMSTACK or even laser engraving or cutting in general. I intend to make some more videos on the ATOMSTACK, you know, while she's still here and not being burned alive or melted. Too soon?
Just like to forget this ever happened and try to move on with my life. It's great stuff. I think I'm gonna add tears though.
Thank you all for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss a video. Hit that notification bell so you're up to date. I hope you had a laugh, enjoyed the video, learned something new. Leave a like, leave a comment below, check out my links that are listed in the description of this video. I hope your laser cutting turns out awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.